Hey guys, what's up? Dexter and Tanya here.
Good evening.
What's going on? Listen, man, we're so excited to have you on this broadcast. Listen, we want to have a conversation with you.
Yes.
It's not going to take very long, but we got some stuff we want to share with you. So if you kindly maybe just share the post, do a watch party on your Facebook page, tag some people below, whatever you want to do. Let's get going, man. We got some stuff we want to share with you. So I'm going to check my phone real quick to make sure we're live and everything sounds good.
Yes. And to all of our guests, if you have been invited here on tonight by a life changer, welcome. Thank you guys so much for taking a little bit of your time to spend with us on tonight. We're not going to hold you long, but we will be sharing with you some information that has really changed our lives. Now, I don't know if anybody has really been seeing anything out there, what has already been shared with you. Let me turn my ringer off too. What's already been shared with you and all of that about us. But what we're going to do first is just share you a little bit about ourselves. You want to do that?
Yeah, because I think it's important that they know who we are.
Know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
All right. So let's learn. Let's see who you're talking to a little bit. Who you're hearing from. Okay. So we'll share that, and then we'll get into a little bit about just some things that brought us to this place, as well as why we're still here. Okay, is that fair?
That's good. That's fair.
Is that fair?
So look, let's just be real, right? Tanya and I, we're North Carolinians. We are like your neighbors. I mean, that's just honest to God. We're your neighbors. We're the folks, when we walk out to the mailbox and we see you down the street, we're like, hey, what's going on? How's the family? I mean, that's just who we are. Tanya and I both are from North Carolina. 20 years of marriage next April. Yay. And 4 amazing children. You probably just saw one of them go upstairs because we said, Tyler, we're getting ready to go live. And he ran upstairs. So we got 2 older kids, which are adults. We got 2 wonderful granddaughters and a son-in-law. And then we have the 8th grader just ran upstairs. And then we got a 9th grader that's upstairs. So that's just, I mean, we're just normal people that found an opportunity. We're normal people that hit a roadblock in life. I'm sure you have too. If you're probably over the age of what would you say is the ideal age where people start experiencing roadblocks?
Oh, that's good. I think that might even be changing a little bit, but just in thinking probably about 30, because when you're in your 20s, you kind of vibing, that kind of thing. But now,
so probably by the age of 30. So, look, been through the foreclosure on a house. Tanya and I got married. We bought a home. It was an amazing home. Then I got laid off, and we lost the house. We foreclosed on the house, filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Look, most people won't tell you they filed bankruptcy. We are an open book, and we were stressed out of our mind because of the layoff. We couldn't pay the bills, and the mortgage company. It's interesting. You tell the mortgage company, I lost the job, and they're like, okay, submit these documents. Then they send you this. Then you fill it out and send it in. And then they say, oh, well, you've missed the time to get it in. Can you resubmit the documents?
Oh, my God. What are you talking about?
We went through that a long time. It was like,
Yeah.
It was like, you know what? Forget this mess, man. We just we Chapter 7 the deal. And then we just, it's life, man. If you're watching this, 100% tells us that you are alive. If you're watching this, you are alive. So you've been through some crap, man. We've been through some crap. Guys, our car, our Toyota Sienna van was picked up in a Walmart parking lot. I mean,
and that was a request. We asked
we requested that
instead of coming to our home.
I could have told them, meet me at Target. But they picked it up at Walmart. Oh my God,
we go to where hey, that was our spot.
That was the spot. So guys, we're real people that just want to have a real conversation with you. We went through the layoff 7 years ago. It was devastating. We didn't have 3 months worth of money in the bank. We could not survive. If a tire busted on the car, we were done.
It's interesting that you're saying
that. Yeah, we were done.
You're saying let me just say it in this way. That survival was even had that tire busted prior to the layoff, it was still tight. Mm-hmm. So we had an income coming in every 2 weeks, but it was still tight. And that's pretty much how we were living. I would tell people, I was the one who managed the bills. I still do. You know, that's my gifting more so in the marriage. So I do that more so. But I knew how to rob Peter to pay Paul. I could project and see what's coming. I knew the tax returns. I would set aside and know how we could deal with such and such. You all understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So these are the types of things that we were experiencing and going through. And it was miserable. So then what was happening? We have experienced an incredible change in our lives. This opportunity that we're going to talk to you about on tonight, it had everything to do with it, much to do with it, okay? Yeah. It was brought to us 5 months before the layoff. We did enroll, but a couple of days later, I changed my mind. So what did I do? I sent my brother and sister in love, Dexter's brother and his beautiful wife. We sent them a text message, and I told them I changed my mind. At the time, he was still working. I was a stay-at-home mom. I changed my mind. Yeah. Long story short, they texted me. They called me back, and they were like, what? But what I know now, after years, we had already been a part of this company for a few years, and we were just all hanging out together one night. So we were in the back seat. Maybe we were traveling or something. And I remember Greg saying to us, he said, let me tell you what I told Lanika, Tanya. Because after we hung up, she's like, Greg. And Lanika said, they'll be here. Don't worry about it. And what they did was they kept going. And they were exactly right. We did come. But I hate that it took my husband losing that job to put us in a position for me to really listen. See, I heard them the first time, but I didn't really listen to what they were saying. And the things that kept us from moving forward was pretty much my fears. Dexter was like, come on, Tanya, yeah, go ahead. He was working. For me, I'm like, why? Rejection, is this gonna work? What's gonna be so different? Everybody's always talking about a business, well, what will people say? What will people think? I mean, all of those kinds of things. So I literally talked myself out of the opportunity from fears. You got me? Until that job was gone.
Until the job was gone. But here was something.
Then I listened.
This is something that's really interesting. So guys, we're still dealing with the situation in the country. We already know in the world we're dealing with this pandemic. Nobody can get away from it. But think about this for just a second. What if you found out about TLC?
Come on.
Back in October?
Yeah.
October or November of 2019. Mm-hmm. And then you got December, January, February, March. Boom, we're in the middle of the pandemic. And then if you lost your job, that's what happened to us. We found out about TLC 5 months before the layoff.
Yeah.
So imagine if you found out about TLC 5 months before whatever happened to you. So, but learn from our experience. You got to say yes. Richard Branson says if someone brings you a great opportunity and you don't know how to do it, say yes and then figure it out. So figure it out later. Mm-hmm. But let's just go now, right? That's basically what we're talking about.
Okay, so now take a listen to this, all right? Because here we are now, and we had that history, but what do we look like now? Mm-hmm. Has Total Life Changes helped us at all? If you remember, I mentioned that we really have experienced a life change. Well, how so? I remember purchasing a car with cash. All right, for our daughter. Okay. Right, so she was in need of a car, and I can remember she was about to transition at that time, and we got the car, and we had it parked down the road from her. So she come home. We called her to the house, y'all. So she comes home, and she just like, what is it? She was out and about doing some things. She was about to transition to Atlanta, and she came to the house, and so we were just kind of talking. We walked outside, and we said, well, okay, well, you ready? Okay, go ahead to your car. And then she just kind of looked, and we put some keys in her hand, and she's like,
it's the key fob.
It's the key fob. And then she do, and then she saw it down the road. And she's like, oh. But we were able to do that for her.
Car purchase with cash. That's one of the things we got here.
With cash. Absolutely. Okay? Yeah. That was amazing. Now, what else did we do? Okay? So another benefit that we've had. What was it?
Well, we're actually standing in it.
We're standing in it. We purchased our dream home, all right?
We're standing in the house,
we've been visionaries. We would drive around.
Absolutely.
We can remember years ago driving around, going through neighborhoods, Dexter, and we would say, what in the world do these people do? How in the world
have you guys ever done that? Put it in the comment section. If you've gone and just driven through neighborhoods and asked, what in the world do these people do? Put it in the comment section
Okay.
if you've done that, because we did it for years.
We did that too. So when we found this one, and that's another story, y'all. We don't have time to go into everything, but we'll tell you about that one day too. Okay.
International travel.
Ooh, I love that.
So look, I've been to Italy 3 times.
Yeah.
I took time. You've been twice?
Yes, I've been twice.
Tanya's been twice. So we have we took a bullet train from Italy to Venice, and then got on a gondola ride in Venice. All paid for by this opportunity.
Come on.
We flew to Santorini, Greece.
Greece, y'all.
Got off the plane, got into a van.
Yeah.
And guys, I'm telling you, imagine this.
It's an experience.
We're going up the mountain, and then when we come down the mountain, we look out and we see all that blue water. If you guys Googled Santorini, Greece, and see the water, that's what we saw. And look, this is what happened. Tears start falling. Because it's like, how in the world can we be here? It's because of this opportunity.
That's another one.
That's another one.
Okay. So let's just even put it all in a nutshell. We are multiple 7-figure earners with this company, a company that I ran from, an opportunity that I ran from fear. I just want to say this to you, because if there's anybody out there, anything like me, I want to encourage you to not be in your own way. I want you to also know that you may not know how to do everything. Things may feel awkward sometimes, but that's how we grow. And that's what's necessary in order for each and every one of us to move, in order for us to really receive the things that we desire in life. There's no one, even let's go back into biblical days, there's absolutely no one who didn't receive without them taking some form of action for that thing to take place. I want you to think about that. Think about that even tonight. And when you do, you will realize that you're the same. Okay? So that's one. Now here's the biggest thing, Dexter, that I feel like we've gotten, and that's been peace of mind and time. To be able to work from home. We are part of a home-based business. And one thing that we're finding now is that most people are doing things at home now. The difference is because I have even some family members that's working from home now through their jobs, positioned there pretty much because of the pandemic, right? And they're loving it. They like working from home. But still, the big difference is we're the ones more so in control of our time and our schedule. Absolutely. I had to mail off some of the incredible products I'm going to share with you about in just a second yesterday, but in the middle of it I got called up to speak on a meeting. So what did I do? I did it from my car. I held up my phone, I had a conversation. That's what's so beautiful here. And the peace of mind. How many of you would like to just send a check to the waste industries for the entire year and it's not being deducted on a monthly basis? How many of you would like to go to your credit card payment and not just pay the minimum amount or whatever you want to? Go ahead and send them some more. Why? Because you're eliminating debt. How many of you will want to eliminate debt? Those are the types of things that we're doing here. We're called Build for Your Legacy. If you want to understand who we are as a group, as a team, we're Build for Your Legacy, because that's what we're doing. We're building legacies to leave to our families, and we want you to do the same. Absolutely. Now, how are we able to do this? We were able to make this type of income because this company pays us 6 different ways. They give us what? 350%, right?
We have 350% payouts in this comp plan, which makes it the best compensation plan ever. Come on.
There's no other company in this industry with 350%. Can I tell y'all something? I remember hearing our CEO, Mr. Jack Fallon, John Licari, our COO, they were both in conversation with some of us. And one of the things I remember hearing that stood out to me is they had other CEOs from other companies contacting them trying to figure out, what are y'all doing? They treat us well. Right. Why is it their turnover rate as high as other people? What is it that has everyone so excited? We're noticing that there's a growth that's happening within your company. Can you talk to us a little bit? But I'm going to tell you something that they're not doing is changing that comp plan. All right? In addition to that, I'm not going to connect myself with just any place. I need to believe in it. I need to see that it's going to work. And so when the products that we have, they're mind-blowing. So listen to this a little bit, okay? Because the first way that we're paid is by retail. Most of our points have a 40-point value. Right. The 50% that you heard about, this company will pay you 50% of the points. So we have like a little over 40 products. 95% of those products are at 40 points. So if you were to offer someone this,
you guys watching,
ain't she sexy?
Hey, our partners that are watching,
cute, right?
Put in the comment section if you really love it.
Yeah, and tell them why. Tell them why. If you're a life changer, if you're a customer, and you can talk about this, do that for us in the comments, okay? But this is called NUTRABURST. 40 points, all right? Has a price, but it's a 40-point value. Whenever we service someone with this product, my husband and I earn 50% of 40, so we just got $20.
$20, all
right?
And it's just one product.
And it's one product. 50%, that's powerful. Why is this so good? 1 tablespoon of this is like having the nutrients of 10 salads, okay? I had a salad yesterday, so I had 11, including this, all right?
We ate 11 salads.
Okay, yesterday. 11 salads yesterday. But taking this NUTRABURST today is giving my body, my husband's, my children, they have gotten the nutrients of 10 salads. It works at the cellular level, mental clarity, building up your energy level. Biotin is in it. You would not believe the people that have talked about their hair growth as a result of this. Your nails, your skin, it is amazing. I had a customer, she's a friend of mine. Her father experienced a stroke. After going through everything with the doctors, he was now home. Y'all, guess what? His energy was just gone. It was depleted. He wasn't kind of back to his old self, but thank God he was still alive and he was home and getting better. She reached out to me asking, is there anything that you could offer? I said, let's just fill his body up with nutrients. Y'all, she got this from me. Do you know she called me crying after he had been on it for a couple of weeks? He said, Tanya, my daddy drove himself by himself today. Okay, this is what this product will do. And I'm gonna tell you something. I can tell you something else, but I'm gonna leave it alone right now. If anybody, I'm gonna come back later, I'll do that. But I'm telling you, the way that this product is, it blows my mind.
This is the sixth way that we're paid, so you feel it.
You feel it.
You feel it.
This is the first product that TLC actually launched. Jack Fallon, the CEO, he sold this out the trunk of his car. So when you want to talk about humble beginnings, that's why we have the type of leadership out of corporate that we have, because they started with humble beginnings, and that is something that they simply do not forget. Now, what else do we have here? Let me show you something. This right here, there are some people who are looking to lose weight. And if they lose weight, they want to get started with the Get Fit Quick Kit. Okay? So they would get a month's supply of this organic tea, which is a detox. Y'all tell somebody about this detox. This detox tea would do what? Cleanse your system. It gets rid of toxins. It gets rid of parasites. And it's also going to cleanse your vital organs. One of my business partners, okay, y'all, she is amazing. How about she went to the doctor? She had to go get the colon clean. What you call that? When you go get the colonoscopy. The colonoscopy. So she's getting her colon cleansed. She did it 2 years in a row. So the year prior she went, everything was done. She came back the next year. See, now she detoxing. And the doctor said, what you doing? Do you know that he said, now she is in her 50s. But do you know that he said, your colon look like that of a baby's? Come on, y'all. How many of you want your colon to be like that?
You gotta
all right? So this right here, let's say you are wanting to lose some weight. You've got your NUTRABURST. You've got your month supply of tea to cleanse it out. And you've got this energy. That's what it is, all right? 2 capsules is typically the max of what we would recommend a day. 2 capsules will burn 600 calories in your body. Come on. It's going to boost your energy level as well. Mental clarity even for that. This product is absolutely amazing. Many people get those little 5-hour energy drinks, drink it, but you rise
Please
and
don't
crash.
do that. I've done that. And
the sugar in it, you don't want that. Yeah. But this right here is going to give your body what it needs. Now, let's say you're hearing us on tonight and you say, I like what I hear so far. And you're like, I do need some money. I do want to pay my bills ahead of time. I do want to be able to travel around the world. I just want to, even if I could just do something part-time and generate another $500 a month, $1,000 a month, a week, then you might want to join with this, because you also want to release some pounds.
Right. Get
this is 3 products. This is the second way that we're paid. Okay?
The enrollment bonus.
So an enrollment
50%.
50%.
Yep.
So you enroll with this 40 points, 40 points, 40 points. That's 120 points. So whoever enrolls you, they're going to get 50% of 120. They just made $60. that's the second way that you also will be paid.
Yeah, and I want to elaborate on this for just a moment, guys.
Yeah, I was going to talk about the good.
Okay, you guys, if you've had an experience with the tea, type it in the comment section. If you had an experience, you don't have to tell us what it is, but I want you to hear this data. Now, the average person is walking around with between 6 to 40 pounds of waste in their colon. Okay? Now, basically, they say it's like carrying a bowling ball in your stomach. Now, I want you guys to really hear this. A bowling ball in your stomach. So I said, okay. We said, how much does a bowling ball weigh? Bowling ball weighs about 16 pounds, right? And I said, okay, Tanya, let's take 50% of that. So the average person is walking around with the weight of this in their colon. A gallon of milk.
And you just gave him 50% of that.
And I just gave you 8 pounds.
This is 8 pounds.
You are carrying, if you're
double
not detoxing, you're carrying double this in your colon. Okay, so what does that affect? It affects your knees when you're getting up and out of the chair or the car or whatever. So your knees are suffering. What else? You're winded. Your breath could be stinking.
Skin.
Your skin.
All
so 8 pounds. This is 2% milk. You're carrying this double in your colon if you're not detoxing.
And a lot of
you
people,
really need to get that.
A lot of people. A lot of people have also found that even when they're trying to release weight, get rid of pounds, that the toxins in the body is a blockage to that.
Yeah.
So there are many people that we've been able to service that when they begin to detoxify their system, their body then begins to respond better to what it is that they really want. And that right there has also been a huge benefit.
Warren says back pain.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely, Warren.
Fantabulous.
Okay,
all right.
so let's keep it rolling.
All right, so that's the first way that we're paid is retail. The second way that we're paid is the enrollment bonus, where you're going to earn 50% of who joins you in business, whatever they choose, you get 50% of that. And then the third way that we're paid is called the binary. Now, this gets into the residual. So if there's anyone out there where you're like us and you're like, okay, we really want a dream build and we're wanting to really experience a lifestyle change, we took advantage of this, okay? And basically we built a team.
And
we built an organization.
It's just helping more people.
It's collaboration. That's all it is.
Yeah,
all
that's
right?
good.
So here we are. We're building a binary, which is 2 legs of business. TLC pays us on a weekly basis. Now, I didn't tell you this. Even with retailing, we also now have what's called daily pay. So Dexter and I made some sales yesterday. Those sales showed up in our account today. Okay, so we get paid daily on everything that we sell. Okay, so that's now good. This third way that we're paid, we have 2 legs of business. We get paid anywhere from 10 to 25% in the binary. Well, what does this mean? At the end of every week, I love the way you explain that. At the end of every
week, so basically at the end of every week, around 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, TLC takes a snapshot of all of the TLC business partners.
Everyone that's in your team.
Yeah, they calculate how much we all earn for that week. 10 to 25%. Guys, now think about this. Every week, this is calculated. Plus, back to the top, the 50% in retail, the 50% in enrollment. Now you're getting 10 to 25% all weekly, plus the daily pay if you want daily pay.
Come on.
That's pretty good.
It is good.
We told you it was the number 1 comp plan, right?
It's the number 1.
The
all
number
right?
1
it's
compensation
good.
plan.
So that's the binary. But then on top of that, so let's say you decide to join forces with us in business. If you're one of our guests, we have a couple of guests up here tonight. You join us in business. Guess what happens? Now TLC is going to pay you a matching bonus. So for everyone we enroll, everyone you enroll, you're going to earn a 50% match on whatever they earn in the binary. So the snapshot that my husband just described that the company actually takes at the end of every week, let's say at the end of this week and you partnered with us, you earn $500 in the binary. They're going to pay you your $500 along with everything else. And then they got the nerve to give me and Dex $250 of that.
$250.
Okay?
Just because we introduced you to the company.
We've enrolled several people in the company.
That's amazing.
We get a 50% match on every person that we sponsored, that we shared this business with. We get a 50% match on everything that they earn in the binary. Come on, y'all. That's powerful.
Every single person.
It goes deeper.
You get that 50%.
It goes deeper. Okay? Because all the people we introduced, they also shared with someone. When those people join them in business, TLC is saying, well, Dex and Ty, we'll pay you anywhere from 10 to 50% on all of those people too.
On the second level.
So it started at 10%, it went to 20, it went to 30, it goes all the way up to 50. We're ambassadors here with the company now. Y'all, we get a 50% match on our first level, those that we sponsored, and our second level, those that they sponsor. 50% matches in the binary.
That's your third 50%. Remember we said 3. That's your third. Guys,
powerful.
This is a compensation plan on steroids. It is very robust.
Powerful.
And this is how we were able to survive after you losing that job.
Bought groceries.
This is how we did it.
Paid the rent. The light bills.
This is how we did it.
This is how we did it. You know, put some work in but got it done. All right. Yeah. So now the 5th way that we're paid. Now this way I like a lot because it really helped us. Everything was happening, but it's a bonus. All right. Yeah. So sometimes companies say, well, if you hit a certain level or do any particular thing, they might buy you a car. You know, or if you have to hit certain numbers for them to continue the car payment, just different things. TLC says we're just gonna give you some money.
Take the money. You take the $1,500.
Listen.
And you do with it what you choose.
What you choose. Do y'all remember when we told you how we purchased a car for our daughter? Now she's going out to Atlanta. I can still remember the day. Cried my eyes out. Okay? But guess who was able to pay her rent for 3-4 years straight? We did. And that lifestyle bonus she got every single month to cover her expenses. And see, this is something, and I'm just going to drop this nugget real quick because sometimes people may not even understand why that means so much. But when our daughter graduated from high school, she graduated with an over 4-point-something GPA. Yeah. But we had gone through the bankruptcy and the foreclosure and all of that we had gone through. So our credit was shot. There was no loan that we could get. In addition to that, you would think there was going to be a lot of scholarships coming. It didn't happen that way. Right. Oh my God, her spirit is so humble. She's like, that's fine. She started working in an ice cream shop, okay? She wanted to go study as an intern under someone. We couldn't send her down there even at the time. So she began to even teach herself. This is a whole nother testimony in live right here. But I'll close it with just you understanding this. When we finally were able to get up out of our own way, me particularly, and get started with this company, that's when we started experiencing the life change. Yeah. And it was with this way that we get paid that we were now able to send her down there and take care of her expenses for 3 to 4 years of her being in Atlanta, Georgia.
That is
amazing. And that's called the lifestyle bonus. Mm-hmm. We get that once a month.
A month. Yeah, it's amazing, guys. I'm telling you, it is amazing.
It's powerful.
Yeah, it blows your mind because we were able to do that.
It's powerful.
And it's just what it is. So the 6th way is called You'll Feel It. You've heard Tanya share about what these products have been able to do for people. I want to share something with you. I want you guys to take a look at this screen. I actually just put in the comment section, I said, guys, you got to look at this data. I want to show you something because I think this is going to give you a snapshot. If you're saying, man, I just don't know if I can do a business. Let me show you. Let us show you something real quick.
Some stats.
Okay, look at this, guys. So very quickly, small businesses in the United States between 2017 and 2020. 2017 to 2018, roughly 500,000 people created home-based businesses. Between 2018 and 19, that number, kind of stayed the same, leaped up a little, 600,000. Yeah. But look at, now this is older data from 2020. From 2019 to 2020, this chart shows 1 million people started a small business. Now, so if you're asking yourself, can I do this? We're telling you absolutely that you can. You can do this. That's why we're talking to you. Now, the last one, take a look at this. This is going to blow your mind. Get ready. All right, here we go. Guys, look. We've been on this broadcast for about 30
minutes.
We've been up here 30 minutes. So look at 5 home-based businesses are started every 5 minutes. 7,800 businesses are started every day, home-based. Every month, 238,000 people say, you know what? I want to start a home-based business. And the last one, look at this. It should blow you away. 2.8 million people starts a home-based business every year. 2020 has been, I think we can all agree that this year has been kind of interesting. Yeah. We can all agree that we didn't see a lot of this stuff coming, but that's cool. This is what this situation has done. Yeah. It's made people believe in themselves. There is another way. A home-based business means I don't have to go to a commercial property where it's probably shut down anyway. You see what I'm saying? So now we're all developing skills where we can just sit at the house and do Zoom meetings with your employers. We do a lot. We've been doing Zoom meetings for a long time. Right? But what shifted with the pandemic is now we're doing these kind of meetings on Zooms, and we're talking to people all over the world. You can do that too. Yeah. So we talked to you about a few of the products. We talked to you about the compensation plan. We didn't even mention this. TLC is making sure that you're covered.
Some samples of
So they created this, and we just got this box in last week. So they said, man, sample people with this. So the person who invited you to watch this broadcast, they can get you some samples of this. So you hand me that. You can hand me the whole box. Take a look at this, guys. This is, everybody know about sea moss. Look at this. And I want to show you something. This is how popular the sea moss is. Tanya and I have taken all of the sea moss.
And there's been some people that say, I want to try this.
Yeah, and we sent some to some people.
We've been sending them out too.
This stuff is amazing. It's amazing. Guys, look, we've got the business concept for you. We've got the business concept for you. We've got the products that work. Yeah. Now, we're getting ready to close. But I think that we can all agree that if we had foresight, all of us would have probably invested in toilet paper and hand sanitizer in January of this year. Would we say that, right?
That's right.
Because when the pandemic hit, you couldn't find it. People were jacking up prices. Come on. We can all agree to that, right? So we're giving you a snapshot to tell you now is the time for you to get the products that you need to get healthy. We're 16 days away from Thanksgiving. You got to get the tea. Get your system right. But you don't have your products in 3-4 business days. You say yes tonight. Let the person know who invited you to watch us and say, okay, I'm ready. They'll get you enrolled, or you want to be a customer, they'll order the product. You can order the products. It'll be to you in 3 to 4 business days, which is an average. You can start flushing your system. Yeah. We're giving you products that work. We're giving you the #1 compensation plan on the planet. And listen, this stuff is voted #1 best global direct selling product. You can have this in 3 to 4 business days.
Come on. And Lord knows we didn't even tap in. Let me just say this. We also have the CBD line.
Oh my
So
Lord.
Even when that hit
I'm
this
just showing
year,
it to him while Tanya's talking.
When that hit this year, we have teas that's in instant form as well. But when that hit this year, it was really life changing, because total life change is placed in all of our hands, the CBD industry. Mm-hmm. And we're like, wow, they have allowed us to also be a part of this industry. Now, I want you to understand something. Yeah. If you've heard and just listening to what we've been talking about as it relates to the product line, it's no gimmicks here. You're talking about people who want them. You're talking about life changers who use them. You're talking about people who celebrate them. When we went to Cincinnati earlier this year, was it February, March, something like it was before the pandemic hit. And I remember I was asked to do the presentation on products. And I remember holding up the bottle of NUTRABURST, and I says this, and the room lit up into an uproar. And I looked around, I said,
what is going on in here?
Well, I mean, they were happy. But I understood. I share that with you because I really want you to understand something. You have whoever invited you here Talk to them. They'll want to know.
Yeah.
They'll make recommendations. What are you dealing with? What do you want for your life? What do you want for your health? Is anything going on with your spouse? What about your children, your parents, your siblings? Who in your life has need for something? What is it that they want to change? Have a conversation, because one thing that we do constantly is make recommendations. We left 4 of those sea moss on my mommy and daddy's kitchen table yesterday. They weren't home yet, and I just took out 4 and left them there for them so they could go ahead and sample those. In their house, they have the NUTRABURST, they have the tea, they have our Chaga, and they use them. So I want you to understand that everything that this company does is top notch. The effectiveness of our products are second to none. The compensation plan that we have pays each and every one of us very well. And the heartbeat of the company is the 6th way that we're paid, and that's you will feel it. You feel it. It feels good, and it's a pleasure. As it has been a pleasure to be here with you on tonight.
Absolutely.
To be able to share with you on tonight. To be able to offer you information on tonight. To share a little bit of our lives. To let you know that God has no respecter of persons. I don't know what it is that you're looking for. We don't know exactly what you need. But He knows all things. And for us to be here together on tonight, ask Him. And see if this is a life change step that He would have you to make. Get back with the person that invited you here. Talk to them, get your questions answered, and Dex and I will just go ahead and say what?
Say welcome to TLC.
Welcome to TLC.
Welcome to our family. We are a culture. We are a movement.
This is who we
are.
And
guys, we want you to link arms with us so we can change the world.
Come on.
Okay? So listen, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Yes.
Blessings to you for Thanksgiving and Christmas and the season.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Yes,
all right. Okay, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks so much for joining us. Have a good night, everybody.
See you.
Bye-bye.